Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Chris's Awareness Knits. That's 2 S's on Chris's, 2 S's on awareness, and 1 S on knits. So today, if you've never been at this podcast before, I should tell you what we're going to talk about. So I live in Japan, and I got into my fiber journey here in Japan. And so we're talking about the kinds of things that I'm making in Japan. And the kinds of yarns that I have access to, what are all the different things that I've made, what am I using, and then also sometimes I tell stories about my life here in Japan, and sometimes I tell stories about traditional Japanese things. So if that's something that you're interested in, please stay for the rest of the video. So let's start out. Oh yeah, this! Haven't weaved at an end. But I decided like a couple of weeks ago that I was going to make myself a cotton t-shirt that I could wear during the summer here in Japan, because the summers here get quite hot and I'm not going to wear a wool t-shirt. But this is my completely come up with by myself, completely designed by myself cotton t-shirt. I like how it falls. Excuse the bootay. So I have never made a bottom up garment successfully before. And so when it came time to make the straps on the first side, I did a great job. I was like, this is great. It's you can see where I started, went down and things were going great and it sits well. There's no weird bump like there is over here. This side it didn't do so well, but hey, let's tuck that in and never talk about it again. This side is not rounded as well as this side is. Hey, we don't need to point out our mistakes. We did a good job, no matter what. But it did take a lot of finessing to get this to look anything. It was like, wah. So it did take quite a bit of finessing to get it to where it's nearly the same. But I really enjoyed it. It's the half double crochet, but I went this way, and it's a half double crochet into all 3 loops. And I mean, I love the way it looks going up, because this is the way it looks going up. No, this is the way it looks going up. But I love the way it goes sideways. So not only was it the first time me trying to make a garment from the bottom up, it was also the first time of me trying to make a garment from the side across. So it wasn't even bottom up. It was across the side. It was crazy. I couldn't, my brain could not fathom how I was gonna do the side. I was like, okay, I got this half is great. And then I got over here and I was like, wait, what should I do? And so I foundation chained when I should have just chained. So I put in a foundation chain of stitches and I went too high. Thus, my little bump. And then when I was doing the collar, which is single crochet, I was trying to decrease and trying to make everything even, and then bump on my underarm. Oh well, no one's gonna notice that. No one's gonna say anything about a bump. It could just be the way it goes under my arm. It's just, no one's gonna notice that except me, who will never ever stop noticing that, and that is my problem. So yeah, that was one thing that I finished this week. I finished one other thing, which I thought was right here, but is not. Hey. So it's a hat that was on my knitting machine for over a month. Over a month. It was on my knitting machine. Literally all I had to do was crank it. And I just did not. Just didn't. Just was like, nope, can't be bothered. And I think it's because I've joined a gym. And so when I get home from work, I go to the gym for an hour. Then it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I eat. And then I have like half an hour to an hour for my projects. And then I go to bed. And I'm like, well, I can't, like, if I want to have a shirt, I got to spend all my time and energy and effort on my shirt. I can't be cranking out this weird hat. I'm just too tired after going to the gym and working all day. You know, what am I going to make? What am I going to do? How much energy and effort is it going to take? Plus, I'm dieting, so I have less energy than I normally do. But I have to say, I'm down 3 kilos in the last month. So for you American watchers, that's like 8 pounds-ish. You know, so completely awesome. Doing awesome progress on my weight loss. Not such awesome progress on my making of things. So I thought the hat was right here, but it is not. So I will be back in 10 seconds. And we're going to count it out. First of all, excuse the bootay. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm dumb. It was right here. Hey! This has been on my knitting machine for over a month. But it came out really nice. It is so I did a double strands of yellow, one strand of brown, and then if you can kind of see, there are these white and black baubles throughout it. So there's just like a little white bubble. It pokes out occasionally, like there's some over here. And it's a cute hat. I'm totally into it. I think it's so cute with the browns and the yellows and the little baublies. But I had to hold the string by myself. I could not use the yarn guide. Why are you poking out? Don't poke out. Don't tell anybody that I haven't weaved in my ends. Stop it. Stop it. Ah! I want to wear this to work tomorrow, and there's no way I'm gonna like weave in my ends. I know it because it's already 7:30 and I'm doing a vlog instead of weaving in my ends. But anyway, these are the 2 items that I have made in the last, that I have finished this week. These were my 2 whips from Monday. So they're finished. Go me. The last whip that I have made no progress on because I have been focusing on these whips. The last whip that I have is the beginning of a shawl. Like a forest-based tree shawl that I showed you all last time. So I'll be working greens and browns and until it's a full size. I like a nice long triangle shawl. And this is a very thin yarn. So I'm working as best I can with it, but it is going to take me the forevers. I mean, this is V-stitch. So it's not even a difficult stitch. It's not even like... It's basically a nothing stitch. Basically a super easy stitch. Just a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. That's it. Very simple, very easy. It should be growing pretty quickly, and it's not. Because I've been focused on other things. Today I had a great day. It's rare to have a Monday off work, so I'm actually shooting this on a Monday, even though it's going to be uploaded on Wednesday. So I'm actually shooting this on a Monday, and I never get a Monday off. And my best friend here in Japan also has Monday off. So I finished the front to like here. I had to figure out what the fuck to do with it. What to do with this part. I got all confused and all confuzzled. And that's when she called and was like, hey, do you want to go to the gym together? And we went to the gym together and we did one of her workouts from her, like, she has an app called Evolve that you have to pay for. And we did the workout from it. And she was using like 7-kilogram barbells and I was using 2. And we took a picture together and I was just like, oh man, it's like a before and after. Excuse me. Yeah, so I was there at the gym. So after we went to the gym, we went and we got a coffee, and I got a black coffee, and she had some things to eat and a black coffee as well. Though she chose decaf because it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But yeah, so that was my day. I like crocheted, cleaned up a little bit, went to the gym, hung out with my friend, and now I'm making a video for you guys. It's been a pretty great day, honestly. I would say one of my top days in the last couple of weeks. Because it's been so cold, it's been so difficult for me to get out of the house and actually go do things. But now that I've joined the gym, I'm actually doing things, i.e. going to the gym. But it means that my crochet has slacked off. So usually what happens is I finish some things throughout the week and then I show them to you on Monday. And then the whips that I also started during that week or in the month, I try to finish them before Wednesday. And that's not great. It just means like I usually shoot on my Monday one on like a Saturday. So then I shoot on Saturday and then I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I have 4 days, but I like to shoot before it happens. So I have 4 days to work on whatever project I'm going to be working on to try to finish it before my video. The little behind the scenes for you. I'm not shooting on the day that things are posting. Not at all. Yeah. But I had to work Saturday, so I was able to get the Monday off, which is nice because I often have to work Saturdays and then I don't get the Monday off, which is sad. Yeah. So, yeah, that's my current life in Japan. Nothing truly exciting happening, just work, workout, try to do some yarning. On the weekends especially, I try to do some yarning and just not very exciting. So let's talk about something exciting from Japan. In like a month, Japan is going to be hosting like the Big 7 thing where like the top 7 countries or whatever get together and like chat about what the world is going to be like. So Japan is like all excited about this and like talking about it all the time. Or is it the Big 3? I don't know. It's something. There's countdowns all over the place at the train stations and bus stations and stuff. There's countdowns. And I'm like, I have never cared about this. I have never cared about where it's hosted or anything that they talk about or any of those things because I've never paid attention to them. Besides knowing that the US has not ratified a bunch of stuff that they've come up with, like the Clean Air Act and the, Women's Equality Act and stuff like that. If those even came from like the Big Seven or whatever, or if it came from the world community thing, I don't know. I should pay attention because these things are going to be important to me in my life. Like the US and its view on women is problematic, to say the least. But yeah. And eventually I'll be moving back there. Now I've said that it's going to be next year. I've said that it's going to be in 2 years. I've said that it's going to be in 5 years. But it really depends on what the US looks like. If things are not working out great in the US and I'm making good money here, why would I return? And if things are not working out well and are working out in the US and I can make a lot of money there and, get all the things done that I want to get done, then there's no problem, right? So it'll be good to figure out what I'm going to be doing based upon what's going on in the world at the time. So maybe I should be paying attention to this country's meeting that they're having. Any other exciting Japan news? I get a week off in March because the Japanese school system doesn't end in the summer and begin at the end of summer. No. They stop in March and begin in April. So the school year is from April till March with a big summer holiday in the middle of it. And when the kids return from summer holiday, do they remember a single thing that has happened in the class the entire year? Let me tell you the truth. The answer is no. Like, everyone's like, oh, well, it's the middle of the unit, but it doesn't matter because it's summer vacation. And then they come back and I'm like, well, the unit's still happening. And they're like, what are you talking about? We do not understand. What is a unit? We do not understand. You gave us some homework about fractions, but we have to take a test about fractions? Yes, you do. You were supposed to be studying for your test about fractions. You had 4 weeks. 5 weeks. Summer vacation is 5 weeks. And then winter vacation is something like 3 weeks. And then there's 3 weeks in March, a week in May, and that's it, I think, for breaks. Well, substantial breaks. There's a couple of like Independence Day and the birthday of the emperor and all kinds of those kinds of things. They're just randomly sprinkled throughout the year. We have one coming up on like a Thursday. I think it's like Mountain Day. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a day I don't have to work. Sorry. But I don't really have anything planned. I don't have any travel plans. I haven't really traveled at all since the pandemic. And because Japan has been just like dead. No one goes anywhere. No one does anything. Everything is done in a mask or not at all. It's starting to relax now, but they're talking about maybe lifting the advisory to wear masks at school in March because now this has become just like a regular thing and we got to move on with our lives and it's killed the people it's going to kill everybody else has immunity. Everybody else is either vaccinated or has had it or whatever. So we're just gonna go completely back to normal. We're gonna try to go completely back to normal, but it depends on what my company says. If my company says I still have to wear a mask at work, then I still have to wear a mask at work. Because right now the country is recommending, advising that we wear masks at school, which means that we wear masks at school. It's not a requirement. It is just advice. But people here follow advice because they don't want to make other people sick. They don't want to miss school. They don't want to miss work. So they follow the advice in order to, stop those things. Ugh. I'm sorry. I usually go to bed at 8. It's 7:40. Apologies. So yes, in order to stop bad things from happening, they usually follow the governmental advice. Yeah. Wouldn't it be interesting if the whole world was like that? I mean, here, homelessness is not a big thing. They take care of their people. People are taking care of each other. People take care of their families. You live with your family till you get married in most cases, unless you have a job in a different area. So it's more protective of the society as a whole than focused on the individual. And I feel like in the United States, we're very focused on the individual, the success of the individual, the goal of the individual. And they have to do it by themselves. Whereas Japan is like, oh, you've got a great job? Our entire family benefits. Oh, there's money coming into Japan? The whole country benefits. Oh, you've invented this really cool thing that benefits the whole country. Oh, there's an illness going around? Okay, let's all wear masks, and that benefits everybody. So that's just kind of how they think about it. You just do your best to protect everybody. Instead of freedom! To me, being like, you shouldn't wear a mask, would be like, it's winter, you shouldn't wear a hat, you shouldn't wear pants, wear a t-shirt and shorts, it's winter time. What? Because this is where I've been the whole time. I've been here. And here it's like, I don't even know if I could go without a mask at this point because it's become like wearing a shirt. Like, you don't go anywhere without wearing a shirt. You're not like wandering around TNA out. And you don't go anywhere without a mask except your own house. So it's like, am I going to be able to handle not wearing a mask anymore? Because I've been doing it for like 4 years. Every day I leave my house is masks. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But on a happier note, I have completed 2 objects in 2 days, and I'm quite happy with it. The problem is that I don't have any whip. I only have 1 whip, which means that for the next week, I've got to cast on some stuff so that I have something to talk to you guys about. Because otherwise, I'm going to come on here and just talk about nothing? I got to talk about yarn. I got to talk about what I've made. I got to talk about the beautiful things. And I've got to weave in these hands because they're driving me nuts. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate any support that you could give me. Having this channel has been really fun because I don't get to talk to a lot of people here in Japan because my Japanese is not that good. And there's not that many English speakers here right now because of the restrictions. So being able to talk to you guys has been a real pleasure. So thank you and good night.